Okay, Heroes Time Trio. This is where it starts getting fun, because we start getting onto some Sans trios. So in this trio, we have Dust Sans, Dustfell Sans, and Outerdust Sans. Personally, I love the name for this trio. It encapsulates how they believe they're the heroes and are misguided as such by their insanity. So, therefore, I will give it the full 5 points for the name, as I can't think of anything better. In my mind, I believe the Dust Sans are still sane enough to team up with each other given the circumstances. And if they heard that each of their worlds had been suffered the same fate, I do think they would team up against the human, so therefore I will give it the full multiply for plausibility. The music's a little bit tricky. Though the game in the background uses Trio of Dust Killer as its music, I've decided to play Sacrifices for Success, because I believe that's the better song for this trio, and I will give it the full multiplier because it is such a good song. But there is the other song, but like, what even is that name? Like, Trio of Dust Killer doesn't even make sense as a name. But Sacrifice for Success makes loads of sense, because it's like, they're sacrificing everyone to win and free them all. Anyway, I'm rambled enough. Okay, so in terms of number of phases, I'm giving it the full 5 points for only having one phase. However, there are a few things I found while researching that give it 2 or 3 phases. However, these don't seem like fully put together takes and are just like songs in a vacuum, so I'm not counting them as additional phases for the fight itself. So I looked around for a while on wikis and things, but I couldn't find any lore for this trio, so therefore I'll only give it 1 point for the lore. It's a shame, but rules are rules, I guess. This is probably one of, if not the most famous Sans trio, so therefore I will give it the max multiplier for fame, since when people think of one, Heroes Time Trio is usually one of the first. At least in my experience, of course. So all in all, this trio earns a score of 27.75. I'd get used to this trio because there are a lot of AUs of it, and we'll probably have a few dedicated videos in the future for it, just to add them to the ranking. Most of them are disappointing, but none of them are really serious. They're mostly memes. So, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.